Hi, I'm Lynne Meadow. I'm the artistic director of the Manhattan Theater Club. And I also was the proud director of Bekah Brunstetter's play, The Cake, which we did in the spring of 2019 at City Center on our stage 1. I'm here to introduce you to a sneak peek from our production of The Cake with never before seen clips of the show. I had the honor of working with a wonderful team of actors, starring Debra Jo Rupp, Marinda Anderson, Genevieve Angelson, and Dan Daly. And you will see the wonderful set by John Lee Beatty. Costumes were done by Tom Broecker, lighting by Philip Rosenberg, and you'll hear John Gromada's sound design. All wonderful artists, many people with whom I have worked many times, and we had an amazing experience working on the show. I think what drew me to the show is, number one, the quality of Bekah Brunstetter's writing and her understanding of character and her love and compassion of characters. The play really is about how people can make change, how we can take long-held beliefs that we've had, biases that we've had, and try to move from positions that we've held for a long time. And I felt at that moment in time, with everything that was going on in the world, that it was very important that we all look at how we could change and how we could open ourselves to new ideas, to people, to all the social and important change that must take place in our society. I feel that the play is more relevant now than ever, but the experience of working on it was really glorious. And it was glorious because Bekah is a wonderful collaborator. She's a wonderful writer. The company, the designers, the whole team was just first rate. And we had a fabulous experience with our audiences. We were there with them, not virtually, we were there in person. We look forward to that happening again soon. But in the meantime, I'm very happy that you're watching this now. And I know you'll look forward to hearing Bekah chatting afterwards with the company. Thanks so much for all of your support of Manhattan Theater Club. I look forward to seeing you all very soon.
See, what you have to do is really, truly follow the directions. That's what people don't understand. People watch the baking shows and they say to themselves, I can do that. I'm going to make a cake from scratch. I'm going to prove to myself that I'm a person who is capable of such a thing. First mistake they make, skimping. Skimping on milk. Skimping on butter. Try and use tofu butter, whatever. Milk made out of nuts. What is this world? You got to get the real stuff, and I don't mean that organic this or that stuff. I don't care whether or not your eggs were ever caged, whether they ever went to the movies. I'm talking about the fat, buddy, full fat, you gotta. If you're gonna do it from scratch, you must follow the directions. You gotta try a piece of my pink lemonade cake. It is my specialty.
Oh, no thank you.
Oh, I'm not gonna let some article writer from New York come in here and leave with just the taste of bad coffee in her mouth.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Oh, honey, we both know it is. I gotta get a piece of cake in there. Come on. Open sesame.
I don't eat cake.
Where do you get your pleasure from?
Sex. Knowledge. Greek yogurt.
Oh, you need cake.
There's already enough drama doing this here. I'm just asking, why do we have to
She was my mom's best friend.
Okay.
There are just things that I feel like should be a certain way. And my mom would have, I know she wouldn't have. It never would have been exactly the way that I just want to do it the way that we talked about doing it, even though she's not.
Hey, we'll get it from here.
Thank you.
Is that no
here.
Oh, hello.
Hi, sorry. This is Macy. She's with me.
Oh, well, we were chatting up a storm before. It is so nice to meet one of Jenny's friends. You should have told me.
Jen.
Oh, Jen.
It's not like a big, it's Jen, though.
Jen. So, what are you up to this visit?
Cruising for a wedding cake.
Are you getting married?
I am!
I didn't even know you were seeing somebody. So you're doing it down here?
Yep.
Your mama is dying all over again in her grave right now. She is watching. She is so stinking mad she's not here. I'm going to make your cake.
Oh, that would be amazing if you would.
What you think, bride?
Incredible.
Oh, we're both the brides.
Beg pardon?
We are both.
Oh.
We both are.
Oh.
Macy's my... I'm sorry to spring it on you, but yeah, so...
Well, congratulations to you two.
Oh, thank you.
When's the wedding?
6 months.
Well, I think that October, is it?
Yep. I know, it's late notice. I should have called.
You know what? I'm so sorry. I think you are right. It looks like I'm all backed up around that time. A lot of fall weddings, favorite time for a lot of people.
Oh, that's okay. I understand.
A lot of people like that fall air. The apple cakes, the hot cider, all of that.
We should get going to that next thing that we have to get going to. Jen?
I am so sorry.
No, I am sorry. It's totally fine. It's
Stop by and see me whenever you have a chance.
definitely.
Jenny came in the store today.
Jenny's in town?
She is.
Well, we gotta have her over.
She's getting married.
That is wonderful news. Who's the lucky guy?
The lucky guy is. It is a woman.
What?
Don't say what when you. I know you heard me. We're both sitting right here.
How is it that she's marrying a girl?
Well, I don't know, Tim. I didn't start liking olives till just last year. She was all lit up. From the inside, they both were.
Well, good for them. They can take themselves to California.
It's legal here, too, Tim. They passed a law, Tim. Where you been?
I have been at work, paying my taxes.
They want me to make their wedding cake.
Oh!
What's funny?
It is unfair of Jenny to put you in that situation.
You should have seen her face. It was the worst face I ever seen.
We know we can't pick and choose. The Bible, honey. That's when the edges start to blur. The fabric starts to fray.
You could change her.
Della? No, thank you.
But if you don't push her to change, then they never will.
They?
All of them.
I'm not talking about all of them. I am talking about one person who I love, who I know.
See? You could start there.
Well, why does it have to be me? I mean, why can't it be a very good article or a fictional character?
It doesn't have the same impact. It's just frustrating for me to see you compartmentalize yourself like this for no reason.
There's a reason.
You couldn't even tell her who I was. I had to.
Which was my news to share.
Then you should have shared it.
I can't stop wondering what my mom would feel.
Sweetie.
I keep ignoring it, but it's a question. I just keep shoving it down. What do you think she would have said?
Jim.
Just tell me, please, what she would think.
I think it would break her heart.
She has nightmares. She's falling into flames because of people like you.
It is not my job to pass judgment on you.
Really? Because I feel kind of judged.
I just want what's best for Jenny.
Jen.
She's been like a daughter to me.
I love her. And we want to spend the rest of our lives together. How is that not what's best for her?
It's not what God intended.
Stop saying words an old white man yelled at you.
My pastor, he is Filipino from the Philippines.
Which pipe is it? What verse?
I'm naked.
What's all over you?
Leftover buttercream. It's melting. You should probably take your clothes off too.
I don't think so, Little.
Why not?
We haven't even had dinner yet.
I got your dinner right here. Come on.
Okay. Should I?
I want you to lick it off too. Jeez Louise.
Oh, geez, it got.
Sorry.
It went up my nose. I don't know about this.
No, come on, just try.
Now put your clothes back on. I had a long day.
But
Right now!
what if I told you once there was Sarah? She was my roommate in college. You forget that. You forget I went to college. But I did. She was a dancer, and her dresses hung on her body like they were made for her. And she walked like a cartoon princess, and her lips moved around her teeth like little flower petals, and she laughed at my jokes. And one night I wanted to touch her body, so I reached out and I did, just for a second. I do not think I'm that way. But I had that feeling once, and it took over my whole self. But I was too scared to feel it, so I pushed it away, and that happens a lot. I feel things I can't always explain, so I push them away.
Talk about this over dinner.
No, I want to talk. Let me keep talking. I prayed and prayed for a child who told me to move on, and I did, and I thank God, because I still had you, but then you kept on telling me what to do.
I am your husband, and it is my duty.
And I am your wife. And we stood in church, and we told Jesus and our parents and some cousins and friends that we were going to stand by each other. But, well, I have to say, I don't think you have stood by me, because you haven't touched me in that way, and I don't know how long. And I think I want that back.
When the doctor told me that I was not able to give you, us, a child, that was hard.
It doesn't make you any less of a man.
But still, I was not doing what a man should be doing. And I guess it made the urge go away.
The parties are easier if when people talk shit about the people down here, I just nod and I say totally, but my skin starts to burn. So in my head, I go away. I just go away. I go back to my parents' dining room and I listen to them lament just what is wrong with this world, and there is still some part of me who agrees. No matter how much I learn, no matter how many planetariums I go to or how much Richard Dawkins I read, it's still in there. Everything that my parents... It was a good part of my life for so long.
You were raised with those beliefs, and so you get nostalgic. But look, nostalgia is not a belief system.
It's not nostalgia. Every time that somebody says God doesn't exist, something inside me burns. It goes ding, but with fire. I'm of two different minds all the time.
I know, and I'm of 100. No, I am black and agnostic, and I'm a woman, and I'm queer. You know, I do not live in a world that is designed for me. Nothing ever fits. Except you.
I would love, more than anything, truly anything in this world, to make your cake for you.
I don't need you to make me a cake. I need you to love me.
I do love you. So much that this has been killing me. So I have really been searching through my heart, but I can't support what you're doing. I'm so sorry to say that.
I tried not to love her, but I love her so much. I love her.
I know.
And I don't know if I can have you in my life anymore.
Oh, sweetie, no.
No. I think that's just the way it's gotta be right now.
I am trying. I am open to change. I can't do it overnight. I got a brain and a heart at war.
How about you turn on the light? Maybe I can cheer you up.
Jeez Louise, okay. What is that?
It's mashed potatoes.
I saw you parked outside of the gardens.
No, I wasn't.
I saw you.
I was trying to decide whether or not to go in. I decided not to.
Thank you for making the cake.
I just dropped it off, before I didn't want to make a big thing. I just wanted you all to have it.
Well, Jen loves it.
I guess I thought maybe I would do something great with my life. I never ended up being a mom, all of that.
Maybe this is your great thing.
What, the cake? How would you know?
No, I never let myself.
I know, sweetie.
Oh my God!
Yes, sir. He made it for you.
Oh my God!
Maybe you're right. Maybe after all the years, this will have been it. Hi, Dave. How are you?
I'm doing swell, Roberta. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Are you in a cabin?
Yeah, that's where I live. I live in a log house
Where?
in Ringwood, New Jersey.
Oh my God.
It was originally built by a gin runner back in the late 20s.
I love it.
Yeah, it's even got a little hideout upstairs, like a false closet where you could hide when the cops come and raid.
Oh my
the
God.
place. It's
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
Is
but
that
we're
where
out
we
in the-
almost had our ice cream party?
Yeah, and it's where I'm hoping this July 4th we'll be able to do it. I know
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very iffy that everybody will be safe by then, but I think
Yeah.
there's a decent chance. So I'm going to go for it. I think.
Have you been vaccinated?
Totally,
Yeah, good.
totally.
The cake, the impetus for writing it, that, was inspired partially by my relationship with my home and my family, my parents, who I've always had a bit of a divide from in terms of our belief system. And I have a lot of love and respect for my parents and for the people I came from in North Carolina. And the play is sort of my attempt to humanize a person with conservative values, but also tell a hopeful story in which somebody with these values actually does manage to change a little bit, which felt to me at the time like a story we all needed and still feels quite relevant.
I started this with Manhattan Theater Club. Manhattan Theater
Didn't
Club
know that.
sent this to me
Mhm.
to do a reading, and it's not often. I think it's happened 3 times in my life that I read something and the character, I just know the character. I just know who it is. It makes me laugh. It makes me cry. It makes me so excited to do it. And this was my character. This was mine. No one else was going to play it.
The arc of my character is sort of the person who goes from being
sort of people pleasing and going along to get along and smoothing things over to a woman with a backbone who has to make hard choices and not change other people or herself.
Macy's trajectory is one of being very outspoken, calling it out, what she's saying, and not holding back in that way, and having a partner who she sees is struggling with that as well, but wanting her to also be someone who can speak out and call out the bullshit, trying to learn how to be accepting of someone who is very different and has different views. And cake is always a good way to start.
He thinks he knows what's right and what isn't. And because of Jen and Macy, and because of he loves his wife as much as he does, he decides, despite being an old dog, to try a new trick. And that appealed to me. That appealed to me enormously.
Everybody's world expands. Like, everybody's world just gets a little bit bigger, and that is just so important right now, instead of just living their lives in their little tiny bubble and believing what they believe because they've been taught it for 300 years. I think in this play, everybody's world just expands just a little, and that's a great thing. And that was a pleasure to play.
It's so nice to hear you guys talk about what drew you to the characters, because I remember watching the auditions from LA, not being in the room with you, but having not a doubt about any of you, like immediately knowing like Genevieve, Marinda, and Dan, these are the people, like no, like, or maybe it's that person. There was none of that. I just knew in my gut that all of you, that you three, and Debra, you were fine. You were, yeah, no, but we already knew you were going to do it. But I just so immediately knew that y'all were the people, because you're just such real, actors, you're always like, you just stop acting and just like be a person, and you guys are just such human, just alive human beings when you're on stage. So yay.
I have never been in a cast, a company, a group project, a group of friends even, who has had the kind of loving, supportive, sincere, not actor phony, like really grounded, just wonderful chemistry that this group of 4 people did.
I agree.
We were sort of enough similar and enough different that we were just like this sweet little orchestra.
Lynne was responsible for putting this group together, and she was definitely her own character in our little chemistry group. She was the 5th member here. So I just wanted to, and I know we all feel that way.
Oh, I want to show this.
Yes.
The best birthday, honestly, it's just the best.
At which we had said, God forbid it was not, because Debra Jo decided to announce that it would be her birthday during the course of the run on the first day of rehearsal. It was truly a bat mitzvah, it was like not a small one.
It was fantastic. Yeah.
There was a cake that y'all had to eat good.
Oh, yeah.
I was always so hungry by the end. I don't know how you felt, Marinda, but I was always so hungry. Because I basically would eat Pringles for dinner. That cake could have, I don't know, as long as it was moist.
It was. I remember it being like the icing.
Yeah, and sugary. Yeah.
I feel like baking and cake has this illusion that like some things can just be good, like just good and sweet and simple.
I do enjoy it. There is something about it that is very calming, and something about preparing something for people that's I think the Southern host in me.
To me, it's just about emotional generosity, and gaining weight.
Being able to play someone who's terrific at it was really exciting to me. Because I am so bad, so bad.
I love to bake because it's creative but mindless at the same time in a way. Like when I finish a draft of something, my reward is to bake. And then I get to do that, and then there's a product, and then I get to give it to my husband, and it makes him so happy. So there's like the element of like gifting it and making somebody else feel good.
German chocolate. I like coconut.
I think carrot cake.
Oh, I like
All
carrot
of
cake
them.
too.
Devil's food with white frosting,
Mm.
Oh,
hands down.
My favorite is the pink lemonade cake that the play is based on from Dewey's Bakery in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Second is carrot cake, and third is coconut cake.
Oh, red velvet.
Ooh,
Oh,
one too.
yeah.
What happened to each of your characters after the play?
I feel like Della and Tim got an RV,
mm-hmm,
went across country
mm-hmm,
like little bunnies.
mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
what I think. Because now that their world's opened up, they want to see more of it. That's what I think. And then I think like Della makes muffins in the RV and gives them to people. That's what I think.
I think that Macy and Jen undergo IVF. Macy's egg, Jen's body. And they have they have male twins. And they raise them as the most woke, like activist, sensitive gentlemen. And they named them both Della.
And you know, as much as I want to think like Macy and Della like are just, you know, have a great relationship after that, I don't know how real that is. I feel like they learn how to deal with each other, right? I feel like there are holidays that, you know, that Jen and Macy will go down with the kids, with the twins that we have, Della 1 and Della 2. And I think, you know, things are fine, but they've learned how to deal with each other. They know they don't see eye to eye. They have learned to agree to disagree. But I think, you know, buttons still get pushed at times. But I think it is an ever evolving relationship that where they both are seen by each other.
I am so hungry for a shared experience. I just want to have a shared experience with a group of people. I don't care if I'm on the stage or off the stage, in the audience, the janitor, I don't even care. I just want a shared experience. And no amount of Zoom readings, nothing can make up for that.
Being close, packed in with people and drinking a sippy cup full of white wine and eating a giant bag of peanut M&Ms, it all cost me $47, and just breathing in air with everyone around me and not feeling unsafe and just watching a story.
Man, I want to get back on a stage with real people, and have real people watch it, who, you know, pay $47 for a bag of M&Ms. These are my people. I want them back.
I'm looking forward to the lights going down and the red velvet chairs and the orchestra.
I'm looking forward to seeing diversity on and off the stage. More diversity in theater all around, especially on Broadway and off Broadway as well.
Oh, I just cannot wait to laugh with a whole big group of people. That's what I want.
I love you guys so much. I miss you.
It's you all too.
We'll get together soon.
See you guys.
When she
Okay.
gets her second vaccination, we will get together soon.
Pencil in July 4th for ice cream.
Yes.
Pencil it in. Let's hope it's safe by then.
Yes.
It will be.